Hey, how you doing, boys and girls? Here's a quickie for you. Just filling in some little gaps in the Freddy Krueger repertoire as we go. There's nothing really like knowing your repertoire and sharing the ideas between different openings. It's working very well for me. I've had a message off someone else who says I started watching your Freddy Krueger repertoire, and I think they said their rating jumped 200 points, like in no time at all. And it really does make sense. Now, what I want to just make this video about is, I had a game earlier on. I actually went on to lose the game. It's just like a 5-minute blitz. And it was from Bird's opening. And I learned something from the analysis that I then realised was not in my study. But it's a really nice bird trap, okay? That you should be aware of if you are a Krueger player, because Bird's opening starts with the extremely dubious pawn to f4. Now, most common moves here, so I'll show you what have I got. 1600 to 2000, blitz and rapid, okay? So, you know, the improving intermediate level. d5 is very common, c5 is common, e6 is common, right? But the move that I'm suggesting is similar to what we play against d4, because against d4 we play the England, and then if takes, we offer a second pawn on d6. They take, we recapture with the bishop, okay? Makes sense? That's the Charlick Gambit, right? So what I'm proposing that we do is we reply with e5, and this is From's Gambit. From, don't know who From is, but, you know, this is From's Gambit, and nearly all the time, so 70% of the time, 7 out of 10, they will take the pawn. And then what we do, From's Gambit continues, offer another pawn, okay? You can see it's exactly the same. It's just that we're using this pawn instead of this pawn. We offer a second pawn. How often will they take? About half the time, 60%. And then, just like with the Charlick, and we are loving the Charlick, everyone's loving the Charlick, Craig's used it above 2000 level and has got some, you know, some successes with it. I used it over the board on Thursday night and won my second ever over the board game with the Charlick Gambit, right? It's engine wise it's dubious, but it bloody works. I don't care. Okay, so just like with the Charlick, we recapture with the bishop. Now, the big difference with the Charlick is we don't have an open d-file. So the big ruse with the Charlick is you get your junk out into the board, you put your queen on e7, you castle long, getting your rook on d8, and then this bishop here becomes a bit of a monster, okay? And if the king castles, you can go down here, give check with a discovered attack on the queen by the rook, right? That's the big joke. Now, that is not on in this one. However, in the game, my opponent played knight to c3. And look at the thing, it's gone, right, all the way down. This is completely losing, but I missed it. I just played some kind of normal developing move, right? Right, but if you ever see this, right, so basically, here's the thing. From's Gambit fully accepted. So they've played birds, they've gobbled 2 pawns, right? And if they do anything, like on this side of the board, you have queen h4 check. Because Freddy's gone. Freddy aren't there, right? All they can do is block. And then this is where the evil Bishop of Doom on d6 comes in, check again. Only one legal move. They have to take. And hang on there. This has been played. Apparently it's a 98% win rate for black. Okay, well this is the only legal move, and then that's checkmate. Okay, so that's one way of doing it. You might have, for example, they might play c3, same thing. Okay, they have to do this, blah blah blah. Okay, or what about, okay, you take the bishop, if they play b3, think it's a fianchetto, same stuff, completely forced, you win in a couple of moves, thank you very much, I'll take the points, GG. Okay, so that's the thing. So, you know, what do they have to do? So, for example, if they play knight to here, you can't do it because the knight's guarding the h4 checking square. So that, you know, there's a few things that can happen. If they give the king an escape square, right, then you're just then it doesn't work either. But basically, if you're going to play From's Gambit, and I've put this now as my first chapter in the study, you need to just be aware of this because it's just easy points. And so let's see how often, right, the your typical, we'll keep it at this level, your bird's opening player. Okay, so let's see how often is the highly dubious f4 played. I think we'll need to scroll a bit. Oh, bizarrely, not too far. Okay, so we've got 2.9 million games, right, in this. 2.9 million. Out of that, takey, right? How often will they find this move d6? Okay, 136,000. So we are already in just tiny fractions. Okay, they'll see that, they'll take, we take. So bishop takes 81,000 times. So 81,000 of what was it? 2.9 million. Right, that's 81 out of 2009. It's tiny. So bird's opening players will see this extremely rarely, but you know what you're doing and you know what to look out for. And if they do a silly blunder like this, then you know how to finish them off. So there you go, little quickie for today. I think we're going to have a Chess Bootcamp live tournament later on, so I might record that for you if it's fun. And that's going to be on Lee Chess later on today, so look out for that. Thanks for watching. See you later.